All right, we've continued 26 steps in becoming an Orthodox Jew. We're on step number 8, which are the holidays. Okay, so we're going to go quickly on all the holidays that we have during the year. We'll include a little bit the fast also, or maybe we'll separately. But basically, those are the holidays. I'm going to only give a very short description for each one. You can find all the details online, or you can have questions, but you have basic clarity of the Jewish calendar. So the Jewish year starts on Tishrei, which is the first month, not the first month of the year actually, but it's the beginning, the head of the year, because you said that's when God created the world. And the month of Tishrei is called, that's where we have the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year, the head really, right? The head of the year. Rosh means head. So the head of the year, that's where we are able to reconnect to our true potential. That's in September, usually at the beginning of September. And we have 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. And again, every holiday that I'm mentioning, unless I give the exception, you have to do the same laws of Shabbat. Basically, you cannot go work. I think it's similar as Shabbat. There's a few differences, meaning you're still allowed to cook by taking fire from an existing flame, or you're allowed to carry also, even though there's no eruv. So 2 days of Rosh Hashanah. Then right after you have Yom Kippur, right? 10 days later, you have Yom Kippur. After Yom Kippur, you have Sukkot. So Yom Kippur is the fast day where we clean ourselves completely from head to toe, so to speak. On Rosh Hashanah is Teshuvah out of love. We do Teshuvah as a community. Everybody is united. It's the head of the year. We show God our potential, and we ask for forgiveness. We don't ask actually for forgiveness. We are showing that we are ready for something greater and that we change compared to the previous year. Yom Kippur, we're asking for forgiveness for not reaching our potential that we had imagined like the previous year, and we ask to clean ourselves so that we can fulfill the new potential that we envisioned this year, and show God that we're ready for more and to serve Him on a higher level. So that's what Yom Kippur is, where we fast the whole day. Then we have Sukkot. Sukkot is the holiday of the tabernacles, where we live literally outside. We build a little hut called the Sukkah, and we live outside for 7 days. And then we have Shmiyat Atzeret and Simchat Torah. Shmiyat Atzeret and Simchat Torah, that's where it's in one day. Right, the day after is the 8th day of Sukkot, basically, but it's still a day by itself. Outside of Israel, we celebrate 2 days, one Shmiyat Atzeret and Simchat Torah. In Israel, it's just 1 day. And what's happening is that on that day is a day for the rain, is a day where we finish the entire Torah, and we celebrate, we dance with the Torah. It's a tremendous moment of joy. Then we go about 70 days later, and we arrive on in December, around December, and when we have Chanukah. Chanukah is Festival of Light for 8 days. Now, on Chanukah, we can work. Technically, we can work. Although it's not ideal, we can work and do everything like usual. And that's the celebration of the defeat of a few against many, the potential to be a light in the darkness, to withstand the spiritual against the physical, the Jewish wisdom against the Greek mundane secular knowledge. And basically, we celebrate 8 days. We put another candle on the menorah. Then after Chanukah, we have a small festival that's not from the Tu Bishvat. Actually, Chanukah, Tu Bishvat, and Purim are not from the Torah. They came later on. Tu Bishvat is a more Kabbalistic one, where it's like about a month after Chanukah, in around January, where we celebrate the New Year of the tree. Trees, the potential of the trees to give new fruits. So we do a special seder we eat a lot of different fruits, and we speak about the greatness of trees, fruits, potential, rebirth. That's what Tu B'Shvat is, the 15th of the month of Shvat. Then we have Purim on the month of Adar, which is usually a bit before March, around March, before Passover, right? So a month before Passover, we have Purim, and Purim is a celebration of the Jews. It's one day, and also on that date, like Hanukkah, we can work. Technically, it's not ideal not to, but there's no Melacha on Shabbat or Yom Tov. And on that day, we have a few things to do. We eat a delicious meal. We listen to the story of the Megillat Esther, the story of Esther, who saved the Jewish people, Mordechai and Esther, who saved the Jewish people, and we create unity. We send gifts, mishloach manot, and food, and give money to the poor. And we try to create unity between each other, and we show the tremendous trust that we have in God and the power of the human being to act with that trust, so that he and let God lead the way through our actions. That's the festival of Purim. Then after Purim, we have Passover with the Pesach Seder, with the matzah, where we have 7 days. The first 2 days, the last 2 days outside of Israel, we have, it's like Yom Tov, so we have to keep it like Shabbat. In Israel, it's only the first and the 7th day. So outside of Israel, it's the first 2 days and the day 7 and 8. So an extra day, obviously. So that's Passover. We don't eat anything that we've done with leaven and with flour and water. So we eat matzah, and on the first night we have the Passover Seder, which is the story of the Jewish people in exile, and we reconnect to our power, to freedom, that God lives with us, and that He gives us another opportunity to go out of our materialistic and physical prison that we call Egypt, and we can transcend it. So we celebrate during 7 days. Then we have the counting of the Omer. It's not a festival, it's counting to work on ourselves till the day of Shavuot. Shavuot is the day of the giving of the Torah. And we, for 2 days outside Israel, 1 day in Israel, 2 days of Shavuot, that's where we learn the whole night, celebrating the giving of the Torah. And but most of those days, what Jews do is they pray. Most of it is praying and learning, a little bit of eating, a little bit of sleeping for some of them. But the main thing is the days are all days to connect to God, where we reconnect to the power. What's happening in the Jewish calendar, every moment is connected with a star. Astrology explains that astrology is from Judaism. It has always been there. Abraham was one of the greatest astrologists, actually. And basically, when we understand the power of the world, God sends the spiritual power through the power of the stars. People call it also spheres in Kabbalah, but the idea is that there are energy coming to the world on each specific day, a minute and seconds, and the goal is to grab those energies. So the holy days is where we can reconnect to the power of those moments. It's not just something we remember from the past. We're connecting to this power so that we can use this power to re-experience and create something similar in the present day.